Hello everyone, welcome back. So you're going to see that I'm actually still in Union Cave, and I actually did manage to grab that Skarmory. I don't know how I got it down to 1 HP, but I somehow managed to pull it off. Skarmory isn't, like, great. I mean, its defense, special defense is pretty high, but if I heal him up, I think you should be able to solo the Bugsy gym. And because I hatched my egg earlier, Togepi gets some experience from it too. If one of them gets too much experience or too little, I'll readjust the experience share so they try to keep both levels the same. It's probably lag. So right now most Pokemon are already overpowered, but I think Bugsy's, which is the next gym where I think our strongest Pokemon is a level 14 Scyther, which at its current level should only know Fury Cutter, Slash, and I believe Quick Attack, which none of them is going to do very much to a Steel slash Flying type. So I'm hoping that maybe with a few potions I can just kind of go through the entire dim just with Skarmory himself, or herself. My beg pardon, I never actually checked the gender. Herself. Okay. So I'm going to grab that berry. I'm going to head to Pokemon Center. Now, like I mentioned before, my rival will come up if I go too far left to the town, so I'm not going to do that because I know his other Pokemon was a Caterpie, which is probably a Metapod by now. But his other two Pokemon, if I remember right, were Ghastly and Zubat, which, to be honest, by themselves is a pretty bad threat. But with the randomizer, I don't know what I'm going to get, so I prefer to be as high level as I can before I just randomly run into him. Because if I remember right, when I originally played this, not without the randomizer, I had problems with it. And now, actually now that I think about it, I actually grabbed a Sharp Beak earlier, I believe last episode. This will power up, this will power up Skarmory's Peck. Not by a lot, but by enough. I might have a slight bit of problem if I run into a Kakuna or Metapod in here because it's a bug-type gym. But other than that, I shouldn't have too much trouble. And I just remembered that this is not a bug-type gym because of the randomizer. Shoot. Hi, are you challenging the leader? No way. So, my strategy just went completely out the window. So this is going to be one heck of a fun time. They sent out Meryl. It's not too bad. 2 levels higher than Skarmory. Might be able to do this, take this one out pretty easily. Pardon me while I just switch the moves around. Peck. Just do increased damage due to, so I figured I'm going to use Tail Whip, which missed. So I'm wearing her down little by little. Not very much luck with that accuracy. Oh, no, it's Defense Curl. That's not that concerning. I think I might have to use another Peck, though, after this one. Nope, got it. Critical hit. Skarmory's going to need 61 experience. Toby's going to waste this with 61 experience. Now, this is a grass type, so this shouldn't be too hard. Togepi does know one move now, and it's called Metronome. If your own favorite Metronome does, it uses a random move, other than, I believe, the only one it doesn't use is, well, obviously itself. I think there's one other move, but I can't remember right now. Metronome allows you to use a random move from the current move pool of the generation. That means it could use any type of move, including Explosion, which would not benefit us whatsoever. 55 experience. 55 experience. Togepi grew to level 9. Another thing I did forget about Togepi. Oh my, double goodness. Phoenix got 200 for winning sense from the mom. Is that Togepi, if I show you Togepi right now, Togepi is actually, even though it doesn't have a great moveset, its defenses are quite high. Actually, I think they might be higher than my Drowsies. I could be wrong though. No, they're not, but you get my meaning. Now, if Togepi had a move that could damage an opponent, I would put him in front, or her in front. But I can't do that because I don't want to risk Metronome and it doing something stupid. So let's see. We got a Bug Catcher, probably has no bug Pokemon. Sent out Igglybuff. Okay, so that's not bad. That's a baby Pokemon, the pre-evolved form of Jigglypuff. Usually they're not that strong. Let's see how this goes. Peck does... Okay, so it knows Charm. That's going to be an issue. So I'm actually going to swap out to Drowsy. So if it knows Charm now, it'll only lower Drowsy's attack, which, if you watched last episode, I believe Drowsy learned Confusion, which is going to help us here. It knows Sing, too. That's going to be a problem. Confusion. Boom. Insta-kill. Terrain 22, Drowsy gain 22, which levels Drowsy up to level 19. So we gain 40 experience. And his other Pokemon is Vaporeon. So my best bet would be to swap to Electabuzz and use Thunder Punch. So far it hasn't been too bad. I expected like them to have like, well, God forbid having them another legendary, but probably should have said anything because now I'm gonna jinx it. Bugsy's gonna have like 3 legendaries or some bull crap like that. I should one-shot it. Yep. Alright. That means Electabuzz needs some experience, and so is a Togepi. Ooh, that's a lot of experience. Togepi grew to level 10. Catcher out was defeated. You proved how tough you are. Now, Togepi does have an evolution in the game. I believe it's called Togetic. And it only happens with friendship, so I have to be very careful about what I'm doing, because if Togepi dies too many times, it's going to take forever to evolve. Both Pokemon evolve young, so they get stronger that much faster. You know, he's not exactly wrong. So he's got 3 Pokemon. First one's going to be Electrode, which is not good because Squirmy is a flying thing. Then again, at level 7, it might not know any. The good news is that Squirmy has a lot of defense, so that shouldn't kill her. Yeah, I didn't think so. Squirmy's going to gain experience without actually battling here. Togepi's going to gain some experience. What's the next Pokemon? This is interesting. If you don't know how Smeargle works, Smeargle has an ability called Sketch. What this move does, you can use it. It only has 1 power point. If I was to use Confusion right here and use a Sketch, it could copy Confusion permanently into its move pool, making Smeargle a very interesting Pokemon. So I think he has to use Struggle now because he doesn't have any Sketch left. But personally, I think Sketch should have had 99 power points until you learned to move off of it. But yeah, so it's going to use Struggle. It's going to do a little bit of damage and kill itself. Squirmy grew to level 9. Drowsy gained 49 experience. Togepi gained 102 experience. Togepi grew to level 11. Togepi's leveling up quick. About to use Jump Fluff. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch back out to Squirmy and risk it. This Jump Fluff is part grass. Plus, if I manage to beat it with Squirmy, it is gonna get quite a bit of experience being a third evolution Pokemon. If all it knows is Splash, then I might have to have a shot here. Synthesis. That's concerning. I don't know if they fixed this in Generation 2, but they used to have unlimited power points for every move. Well, the opponents did anyway. It knows Tail Whip. If it knows Tackle, I might be in a little bit of trouble, but if it doesn't know any offensive move whatsoever, I might be fine. Come on, don't use Synthesis. Okay, so it knows Tackle. Slightly concerning. But I just killed it, so that's going to underscore me at least 2 to 300, I think. Might be a little off because of the experience share. 225. That became 225. But Catcher Benny was defeated. Just evolving isn't enough. Phoenix got 192 for winning, set some to Mom. So I think this is the last trainer before Bugsy. I'm going to beat this trainer, then go heal, and then go fight Bugsy. You see, it's also, phew, you're mighty. But my grown-up Pokemon are pretty tough, too. You know something I always wondered? Do they, I wonder if there's any, like, hack that Pokemon, like, it has a Suicune. Shoot. There is one good thing about Suicune, though. I have seen Suicune with a trainer before. That means that Suicune... There's multiples of Suicune, which means that if static Pokemon are still a thing, this Pokemon Crystal, I should be able to grab Suicune. Which I'm probably going to use my Water type. I know it's a bit overpowered for a water type, but I mean, come on. It's a randomizer, you're probably gonna need it at some point. Covering good to level 10. Let's go to 147 experience. Togepi gained 297. Togepi to level 12. Waiting for Togepi to learn an actual attack move. Arrgh. He's got 28 for winning sets on the mom. Good news, that's the only Pokemon he had. Anyway, I wonder if there's a ROM hack that affects how strong a Pokemon is depending on, instead of having like a level, having like an age. Like, you know, like their stats are affected by their age and not their level. Like, the closer they are to like 50, the stronger they are. Or it's an interesting concept. I don't know how you'd ever get it to work. But I think you have to design new Pokemon in order to make that actually work to its fullest. Now, I've been using Squirmery. I'm actually going to switch. Start with... I did not mean to hit that button. Put Drowsy up front, just in case something unusual happens, like he has a strong Pokemon he sends out first. At least I think it's a he. He's called Bugsy, and it either looks like a male or female. I don't know which gender Bugsy is. So I'm going to save right quick. Hopefully nothing happens and I don't have to reset, but you never know. Oh yeah, that Squirmy that I picked up. I didn't actually have to reset it, and it took me like 2 or 3 Pokeballs to catch him. I'm Bugsy. Never lose when it comes to bug-type Pokemon. My research is going to make me the authority on bug Pokemon. Let me demonstrate what I have learned from my studies. I'm guessing male. Macargo. Well, that is definitely not a bug Pokemon. Which is a good thing I did not put Squirmy in front. So I'm going to use Hypnosis here. And then I'm going to spam Confusion until it dies, because Pound is not going to do anything. Confusion. It's pretty high special defense. One more Confusion after this should take him out. Fast asleep. So unless Confusion doesn't kill him here, I knocked out the first Pokemon with almost no problems. Alright. Drive's gonna gain 231. Toby's gonna gain 231. Toby grew to level 13. Bugsy wants to use Chinchou. Chinchou is water electric. So far we've seen a fire, rock, and electric, water electric. So I'm going to switch out the Electabuzz here because without abilities, Chinchou is still normally... electric type moves have normal effect on a water electric type because it's thunder type resistant and its water type is weak to it. Not bad. Oh, Thunder Wave, that's... Oh, that's right, in this one I guess that does affect electric types. Back in the other this generation early, I don't think it affected the electric types. Thunder Wave did. What's the last Pokemon? Ivysaur. At least that's something I can actually deal with Squirmy as long as it's not... How strong is it? 14, that's not bad. Only 4 levels higher than Squirmy, I think. Get him, girl. Growl. Failed. Heck. Okay, so it's going to take 2 more pecks as long as he doesn't start using Growl rapidly. See, Vine doesn't do anything. And that's the end of Bugsy. That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And Kobe's going to gain the same amount. Toby grew to level 14. Probably to teach Toby something. Oh, amazing. You're an expert on bug Pokemon. My research isn't complete yet. Okay, you win. Take the badge. He's got 1,600 for winning sets on the mount. Alright, so... I'm curious about something. I'm going to leave the game for just a split second here. No, not... Pardon if you can see that. I'm going to move that to the side. I'm actually going to look on Cerebi right now. And I'm actually going to check Togepi's moveset for Pokemon Crystal. Pardon if you can see this again. I got to move it over somewhat. Gold, silver. Let's go to... Okay, Togepi. Okay, so it does not learn any actual offensive moves until level 38, which is double. Right, so I'm going to have to find some TMs to teach it. Sorry guys, I was very curious about that. Do you know the benefit of High Badge? If your habit Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you, even trade ones. Pokemon that know Cut will be able to use it outside of battle too. Here, I also want you to have this. Phoenix received TM49. The TM49 in the TM pocket. TM49 contains Fury Cutter. If you don't miss, it gets stronger every turn. The longer your battle goes, the better it gets. Isn't that great? I discovered it. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Togepi real quick. Togepi is strong enough now to start fighting. I believe he is. Its special attack is higher, which means that using a special attack move would be best. Okay, so I have Swift, and it never misses. I'm going to teach that to Togepi real quick. It'll get a stab boost from it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna... You know what, I probably should, I'm gonna actually move, or take leftovers from him. Give it to Togepi. Because like, I feel that's gonna help. Yeah, I know it's already home experience here. And then because Squirmy is not a low level, I'm debating on whether to get the experience share or not, and I get what was something. What do I got? The only thing I can really give him would be the Quick Claw, and I don't think I'm going to have to do that anyway, so that means everyone has an item now. Squirmy and Togepi should be able to battle, logically. Did I even teach them the move? Yeah, I did, okay. Let's go to move. Swift has 60 power, so let me switch this stuff around. I don't know why it gets Growl and Charm together like that, but I'm going to set it up like this. I always switch the strongest move to the front so I don't have to scroll through the menu. So right now I'm going to put Squirmy up front, followed by Togepi, followed by Drowsy, followed by Electabuzz. I really didn't take any damage from that battle, so that's good. So let's heal here. Actually, considering my rivals coming up, I probably should switch Squirmy backwards, or maybe just swap out once the battle starts. That's what I'm going to do, because I want Squirmy to gain some experience here. Thank you for waiting. The Pokemon are fully healed. We hope to see you again. Awful thing to say. But whatever. Actually, it's been a day, so I'm actually going to come here. I'm going to grab this other wet apricorn here. And Kurt should have my ball. Logically, you should have it. But I don't know if it takes exactly 24 hours or it takes until after midnight. Ah, Phoenix, I just finished your Pokeball here. Phoenix received Fastball. It turned out great. Try to catch your Pokemon with it. Alright, so let's go. Yep. Tell me something. Is it true that Team Rocket has returned? You beat them? Ha! Quit lying. You're not joking. Then let's see how good you are. Alright, so she had 3 Pokemon, or he should. So. First one is going to be Tauros, which is interesting. Okay, so it's 2 levels higher than Squirmy. Okay, what? I'm going to use Peck. Going to do almost no damage for whatever reason. I'm going to try Togepi. Probably the bad idea, but I've had worse ideas. Tackle. All did a critical hit. Okay, Togepi restores 3 HP every turn because of the leftovers. I'm gonna try Metronome once. Once again, probably a bad idea, but once again, I have had worse. So if we use Ice Beam. Alright. Well, that seemed to work at least that time. And it froze him. Oh my god, the fact that I managed to freeze him with an Ice Beam that I got from Metronome, that is some amazing luck. Okay, so I'm not doing enough damage with him either, so I'm going to switch over to Electabuzz. Back on Electabuzz. 8 damage. Thunder Punch. And that's going to score me some experience. Was up her to level 11. Could be some 808 experience. Electabuzz going to get 108 experience. Which levels up Electabuzz to level 20. Alright, his other two Pokemon, he's gonna send out. Okay, so he's a Gligar, and his last Pokemon's gotta be Caterpie. Let's switch out to Squirmy again. Sand Attack. Peck is going to do almost nothing. So I'm gonna switch out to Drowsy. And he's going to use Confusion. Hopefully he doesn't keep using Sand Attack. Otherwise, this is going to be a long battle. Pardon me while I turn my fan on. Let's see. We're going to use Hypnosis here. Let's run on to 1 so it doesn't make too much noise. I apologize if you can hear the wind a little bit in the mic, but I'm trying not to push it toward the wind. The mic, anyway. Fell asleep. Confusion. Gligar is actually an interesting Pokemon. I like Gligar a lot, especially with the Evolve form that came in Generation, I think it was 4, which was Gligar. No, Gliscor. Poison. Okay. It's gonna poison me, isn't it? Well, my luck was good, now it's bad. One more Confusion on it. Hit it, assuming that Sand Attack lets it hit. Okay, so Gligar's down. I think the only Pokemon he has left is his Caterpie, which should be a Kakuna or a Beetle, or Metapod or Butterfree by now. Tyrogue. That's weird. Did he get rid of his Pokemon, or maybe it was Gligar the first time? No, I'm not getting anything at all. My Tyrogue is a strong one, so maybe it was Tyrogue. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Or maybe he gets random Pokemon every single time. I don't know. Peck. Tyrogue's gonna use Tackle, which shouldn't do too much. Yeah. And that's the end of Tyrogue. We're gonna get 312 experience. Scoring level up to level 12. Silver was defeated. Useless Pokemon. Listen, you only won because my Pokemon were weak. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna let that slide. I hate the weak. Pokemon trainers, it doesn't matter who or what. I'm going to be strong and wipe out the weak. That goes for Team Rocket, too. They act big and tough in a group, but get them alone and they're weak. I hate them all. You stay out of my way. A weakling like you is only a distraction. Okay, just whooped your butt, but okay. Let's pick a knicker. Hi, Tina, how are... I'm not Tanya. I'm fine, but I don't get bored silly. Huh, wrong number. Oops, sorry. Really? There's not even a number, it's my name. How can you... Phoenix doesn't even sound like Tanya. People in this game are idiots. Trainers in this game are too. So let me check my team again real quick. 12, 14, 19, 20. Not bad. Still needs to level up though. Now if I go in here, talk to this guy, Slowpoke have returned, but my apprentice hasn't come back from Elix Forest. Where in the world is that lazy guy? Alright. Alright, so let's go find him. Of course, get into a battle right before it starts. Let the buzz again. Gotta run from this one. Oh man, my boss is going to be steaming. The Farfetch that cuts trees for charcoal took off on me. I can't go looking for it here in the Elix Forest. It's too big, dark, and scary for me. So your Pokemon chops charcoal for you using cut, but you can't go into a forest. Alright. I'm just gonna ignore that. A Crobat, wow. That's the third evolution of Golbat. I'm actually gonna kill it real quick because it's the third evolution of Pokemon, it's gonna give me above average experience. Screech. See how much experience it actually gives me though. 145, not bad. There you are. It's the missing Pokemon. Huh. Now, if I was a new player, this part would bug the crap out of me. You actually gotta lure him back to the trainer there. So once again, I'm gonna take this Crobat out just because of the experience. Good thing Super Sonic didn't hit. So I'm going to grab some items around here. This one is a Bright Powder. That's actually going to be better for Electabuzz. If you don't know what Bright Powder does, you give it to a Pokemon, and it increases the chances that your opponent will miss. The moves, accuracy of their moves will decrease. So in terms of actual usefulness, Bright Powder is going to be much more effective than Quick Claw, considering Electabuzz is pretty fast to begin with. I think there's one more item right here somewhere. Crobat again. I'm just gonna keep knocking them out. 145 experience per kill, that's not bad. Supersonic, so I hit this time. I like the animation for the Confused in this game. It's kind of funny. Leech Life, that's going to do like 1 damage. Yeah. You need 1 HP back. She is. And then Peck's going to finish him off. Her off. Okay, maybe it wasn't there. I thought there was one there. Another Electabuzz. I'm gonna ignore this one. Huh. This one you have to be careful with because you have to actually talk to him this way, otherwise he'll actually go back the way he came. So if anyone's wondering, that's basically how you beat this, or get past the Farfetch kind of puzzle there. It's actually quite simple once you know the pattern. I should level Squirmy, I would think it's not very close. I apologize, I'm pronouncing some Pokemon names wrong to some people. According to some people, but I just already called Skarmory Skarmory. I heard people call it Skarmory, but other ones too. Reference. Oof. Let's go on back. And then if you talk to this guy here, he'll give you the HM for cut. You found it for us, kid. Without you, it wouldn't be able to cut trees for charcoal. Thanks, kid. How can I thank you? I know. Here, take this. Phoenix received HM01. So the HM01 with the impact. That's cut HM2 Pokemon to clear small trees. Of course, you have to have the gym badge from Zelly to use it. So before I open this, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to teach that HM01 to, I believe, yeah, Squirmy can't learn. So Squirmy's going to learn cut. I'm going to rearrange the set real quick. I don't think, yeah, cut's a little bit stronger than peck. But it also gets a bonus from being the stab bonus. And it also gets a bonus for being a thing, so peck is probably still a stronger move. Alright everyone, this is the Pokemon Fan 1993, signing off. See you next time.